I figured out how to trim video even in the middle.
Nice.
And the shaky cam thing. I figured out using the movie director or something like that. It's overkill for what I need, but it has the shaky thing. Okay, so I got the super awesome Ukrainian intellectual cameraman. So taking advantage of doing some show and tell again before this goes all the way. So Mike doesn't know anything about what's happened, so this makes good conversation. So here's what it's going to be. I am sitting in the tub right now, all around here, and in fact the tub itself is sitting over there. Obviously it's not installed yet because the water wouldn't stay in the tub. So the tub's going to be here. This is going to be enclosed. Obviously there's going to be a wall there. There's a wall here. Here's all the tub stuff. I'd originally planned to put all the piping on that wall because that's a super proper, nice thing to do in case there are any plumbing problems in the future. But when it became evident what the drain situation was and the nigh impossibility of flipping the drain from here, because remember there used to be the little shower here, so that's where the drain was originally. And it was just a fuck all difficult time breaking up the concrete, because remember in the original 47 construction this was a back patio,
Right.
so there was literally an exterior door here, there was a window there behind you.
So this whole bathroom was an add-on at some point later?
Yeah, that room was an add-on with a separate foundation, but
Okay.
this originally was just a overhung porch, because the roof line ends right where that beam is. That used to be the front of the closet. So anyway, so the 1972 motherfuckers, when they made this into a bathroom, they just broke through the pad. And it's 1972, the concrete was still soft enough that they could do that, but with an extra, 40 years of curing, it was just a nightmare. Because it was 47 construction, and apparently concrete was super fucking cheap. So they poured it 5 inches thick. So,
Hi, Jimmy
like
Hoffa.
So, exactly. Fucking Teamsters, man. You got someplace to pour concrete? Let's pour some concrete. Let's pour some fucking concrete.
Let's bury some
So anyway,
Cubans too while we're at it.
Yeah, so what I decided to do was to instead follow the path of least resistance and put the piping here. I just made sure that the plumbers did a very good job of it, so it should be 50 years, if at all, before there's any problems. So there's that. It does make the space a little bit more aesthetic, because then you're soaking in your tub like this. So you can look out the window at the nice, neighbor's fence inside of their garage. So that's nice. But it also means that I was able to have a big niche space, because I framed this with 2x6s. I remember, I might have mentioned this to you, but the drainage, the shower had been leaking for so long, for so many years, that I had to replace all the 6. Yeah, I was bitching about that.
I remember that, yeah.
So anyway, so it gave me lots of stuff to tie into. So this is all going to be a tiled niche from here to here, which would be nice. And then I'm going to mirror it on the backside too. So it'll have super spaces for your Mr. Bubble and shit like that. But anyway, so, and then the drain lines run down here, and then the main drain is just about here. That's the toilet is offset a little bit from it. But anyway,
so the toilet backs against this wall right here.
It used to be here.
Yeah.
But it'll be there because I was able to move it, because
there was a smaller window there before. Right?
Yeah. There was just a little teeny window here.
Yeah.
Not this. Cause, when you're taking a leak. So, anyway, and also the wall for the bathroom used to be here.
Oh, you can see, yeah.
And the closet was from that beam to here.
You can see the plaster there.
And I was originally planning to move it 8 inches this way, because, why wouldn't you? Because I didn't want the closet to be jutting way out into the other room, stealing space from it, because it's a relatively small room to begin with. But because I'm smart, motherfucker, before I framed this wall, I was like, let me just get a sense for the space, and I put the tub there. And, it's for the person, again, who I used to be related to by marriage, who was an indoor mermaid wannabe. So it's a big fucking tub. And so it was like, you know, it had the requisite 2 feet minimum clearance, but it was just feeling tight. So I ended up moving it a full 16 inches this way, which complicated the plumbing even more, but I figured it out. And that was the big, I had never done plumbing like from the outside into an entire new bathroom before. I've never done that. I've just fixed plumbing, drain piping after the fact. And so it was like, do you remember this when this was a pit, right?
Yeah.
It was like a great escape. And I eventually went down like another 1.5 or 2 feet from that because I had to go down. Because this 1972 motherfuckers, they hadn't punched through the foundation for what was the patio. They dug underneath it. So it made it go, you know, and you had to follow all that shit because I had to tie it into the shit pipes. So anyway, so I got all that PVC set up, and then I had this big pit. So I don't know if you noticed, but the folks across the street are doing a shitty reno, and
I did notice that.
And they're replacing what used to be a small driveway with you know, 4 tech student double wide, you know. But anyway, so 4 days ago, the brown people were breaking up the original concrete, and I was like, so what you gonna do with that? And they were like, pay to have it hauled away, and I was like, could I have 2 wheelbarrow fulls of it? And they're like, sure, white man, knock yourself out. So anyway, so I was able to fill, because otherwise it would have taken like 20 bags of quickcrete.
Yeah, right.
Or a bunch of gravel, and I don't have a pickup truck and blah, 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 but I was able to tote it just right across the street. This is still about 10 bags of quickcrete.
Wow.
And also assorted topping and whatnot. Because what I did is, and then it's like here, and first of all, a lot of people would have just left it open to begin with and just framed it with 2x4s, and there you go, call it a day. What I did is I framed it, as you can see, with these doubled up 2x4s. What I decided to do, instead of trying to cut them down so that it was at the same level as the rest of the hallway floor, I decided to instead just say, fuck it, I'll deal with 3/4 inch step up and just have a full 2x4. So that means that they're resting on the concrete mostly. Here, they're like that far off the ground, because remember, this was a back patio, so it sloped both directions, which was a challenge to level. So anyway, so then I shimmed them up, and again, most people would have stopped there, but not at Fricke Industries. They'd be like, well, that's even better. You got doubled up 2x4s and they're level, and there you go. But you never know. Those shims might move. And in any case, the center span, you're always going to have a little bit of a squeak. Maybe, even if it's just a maybe, that's unacceptable. And so that's why it took the extra, 6 bags of quickcrete beyond filling in the trench, because I wanted to fill up the level so that the 2x4s had concrete underneath them and we're all solid in. So this
one solid floor.
It's not going any fucking where. It's the next best thing to just pouring an entire new slab. And